Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And we have here 2021, I believe, or 2020 BMW X7. It's the big SUV, and I'm doing the front brakes. I'm not sure how to do these. They're pretty easy actually to do, nothing crazy. There's a few tricks that you have to do. So we're changing the rotors, of course, and the brake pads. The rotors are worn out. Don't even try to compromise. I have multiple videos on this topic. You change these all together, pads and rotors, because they work together. And the way this works here, this has the M package. I'm not sure if the regular or if there's another version of this X7, but this one has this M5 or M kind of a caliper system. So the way you do this is they're pretty easy to do. There are two pins right here that we need to hit so they can come out, and that will give you a little bit of trouble, but you just have to get them out in order to take the brake pads out. This is what they look like, and this is the locking clip in the back that needs to jump out so that all of this can come out. So because of the rust and the oxidation we have here, this will give us some trouble, but you just have to keep going, keep pushing it out until it jumps out. So I'm going to use a screwdriver here, but you need something similar to this to take him out. At this point, you can use this pair of pliers to pull them out. See, this is what's stopping you from getting it out, all this oxidation and stuff. You should have new ones with the kit when you buy the brake pads, so you replace these with new. If not, you need to clean all of this. Before I take this out, I'm going to try to push the caliper pistons back into zero position. Remember, you have 4 pistons here, so you have to push both pads out. Okay, now we need to take the pads out. Remember, because all this brake dust in here, you're gonna have some hard time taking it out. So try not to scratch the paint on these calipers, and here we go. One is out. And remember, I'm showing you this side, left side, because it has the brake pad wear sensor that we need to replace, and that's why I'm showing you this driver's side. And this is where the sensor goes. We need to take it out. So through here, then it's through here, and through here, and you need to open this little box. So you need to open this box from the top. This, and the sensor is on the bottom. You need to take it out and disconnect the actual sensor. The way it disconnects is it has this little tab here that you press, and then you pull the sensor out. Next step is releasing the caliper out of the steering knuckle, and be prepared with a bungee cord, and you're going to need this inverted Torx, and the inverted Torx is E16. That's what it's called. And there are two bolts in the back that you need to release. This is not heavy. I believe they're aluminum, so it should be okay. And catch it here. This is where the bolts sit. So take the bolts out, and you can leave the caliper there. These are the two bolts. Again, they sit right here and right there. Now we need to replace the rotor, so that's the next step. Remember, I actually put the angle of the steering to the right, so it's easier to work on this area. In order to release the rotor, you're going to need this Allen. It's 6mm Allen. Again, 6mm Allen. This is the bolt right here. The rotor will not release because, well, in this case it actually released. But a lot of cases they have rust around here that you're going to need to clean before you install the new one. Here's how we're gonna clean it. Then I'm going to use a smudge of anti-seize lubricant. The mounted bolt. Now there is one trick about these rotors. They're actually directional. The ventilation is directional, so you need to make sure that this rotor is the proper side. This is the left side and it's set on the box the left side, so the ventilation is from inside out, so the actual fins inside have this direction like this, so they're like this. They when this rotor moves, it gets air, or it moves air out of the middle of the rotor. So again, that's supposed to be the direction like this. So make sure that you install the proper rotor on the proper side. This is the left side, and then the other side has a right side. In the same way, the ventilation is like this. On the other side, the opposite way, so it moves the air out of the rotor. So make sure you don't make a mistake with that one. Otherwise, you're gonna install it the other way, like this, and it's gonna get air inside when it's spinning forward, which is bad. So this was the mounting of the rotor, the new one. Now we have to install the new brake pads. Before we install the new brake pads though, we need to clean the rotor or the caliper. Okay, now we can install the caliper back. Remember these two, the bolts that hold the caliper to the knuckle. I will give you the specs on these two bolts, what their torque is, just in case. And now we need to install the actual brake pads. Okay, we have here the new brake pads. The only thing is you're gonna need to install the brake pad sensor here on the inner, the one on the inside. So here we have the brake pad sensor that we need to install. And the way this installs is, remember, this goes in like this. So this side of the sensor, where you see this fat nipple here, that's the inside towards the rotor. So you need to push this right here. You can see the nipple here on the outside is flat. This is supposed to be, this is how it's supposed to be. And then you install it here. And we have this is new that came, and these are two are new. It'll be easier for you to smudge these with a little bit of grease because they will go in easier. And when you install this, these pins will have to go through here because this will compress the brake pads from not coming out. So one goes here and the other one goes through here. So I just smudged these with a little bit of grease. Now I'm going to get them in. And okay, once you reach that place for these locks, you're gonna have to hammer them to get them in. Just try to make sure that they're all the way in. And the last thing is I'm gonna put some grease at the spots where this sensor slides, because otherwise it's gonna give me a really hard time to try to install this. And remember, the sensor goes right through here. And remember the sensor where it goes. So first it goes through here. Most of the time actually they need to go through this little clip here. So I'm going to open this cap, and I'll get the sensor through, and then I'll close it. And next part is, it needs to go through here. This is where the grease will work. Here we go. So second step is this thing here, and there we go, went straight in, no problems. And the last clip is the one here, and again went straight in because of the easiness of the lubrication with the grease. And now all we have to do is just connect the sensor. Obviously doing this with one hand is a little bit harder. Here we go. Make sure it's clipped in right here, and all you need to do is install it back into the box. So one clip is here, one is here, and you can see it slides here and it slides here. Close the box and that's it. And make sure everything is fine here, the routing is clear. Check always after yourself so everything looks solid. And of course clean the rotor after you install it with brake cleaner, because you don't want any smudging or any kind of grease on these rotors. They will destroy the brake pads. Here we go. And this is it. The right side or passenger is the same way. It's actually easier because it doesn't have the brake pad sensor. It doesn't have it, so yeah. And it's the same way on the other side. I'm not gonna show you the other side because it's the same. So there we go. This is the front brake job on this 2020 or 21, I believe, BMW X7. And again, guys, thanks for watching. Please like my videos and please subscribe. Thank you.